been a day. Um, yeah. So I am back from uni, took the dog for a walk, had some dinner, did some dishes, did some laundry, made some cookies just to feel something, uh, just something sweet to bribe myself into doing the things that I need to do. Um, Tomorrow's a big dissertation work day. It's our last day before it's due. But I was able to spin up. I was able to spin up almost 25 grams before I left for class today. I just have this little bit left. Looks like it's the right size now, so I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm going to spin up the rest of this, see how far I get on the other 25 grams, and then yeah, and then I'll see how I feel. I know you're technically supposed to let your singles rest before you ply them. I am so impatient. I really should be trying to make the best quality thing for myself, give myself the best shot. But oh my, I don't know if I can be bothered to wait. I think I'm just too excited. We'll see what happens. I might just ply it and count my yardage slash meterage and go from there. And then I'll show you the results. And I might call it. I might think if I'm able to get that done tonight, which I think is a realistic goal. Oh, hi. Hello, birthday girl. Come on up. It's Whiskey's birthday today. Yes, it is. But if I'm able to get that done tonight, I think that will be me. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah. And then I'll share those results with you. Okay, better get to it. Hello, my fiber loving friends. I am back with an update for the vlog. I apologize that it was a few days since we last spoke. I have some good news though. I officially submitted my dissertation. I know. Okay. I am so excited. It was pretty terrible. The experience, not the paper, the experience. And um so I'm running on about like I slept. I didn't have class till later, and I honestly have a confession. I did not go to class today. I ended up just going to my practical that I had to go to, and my lectures are recorded, so I'm just going to watch those later because I needed to sleep. I was up until 6 in the morning. Um, I typically am pretty good about time management when it comes to projects, and to be fair, I was pretty on track. It's just I had a friend here yesterday and we sat and just tore each other's dissertation apart, which in hindsight, we probably should have done that a lot sooner. But it's good. We got it done. And we were just being really OCD about everything and making sure we're checking all the boxes and reviewing all of our sources and all of that good stuff. So I think we're in the clear. So I digress about vet school and we'll talk about some spinning. So I was able to finish the spin the other day, and actually all yesterday it just has been sitting and drying and becoming very, very lovely. So I so I ended up after the spin that you just watched, I put it in a skein, which unfortunately cut out. But I skeined it, tied it, washed it with some wool wash, and I usually soak it in some cold water at least for 15 minutes. I think I actually soaked it for a bit longer. And then I give it a nice squish to get all the water out without felting it, which is, to be honest, I never have really felted my yarn, but it's just something to be mindful of. And then I hang it in the bathroom shower. I have like a hook for it. I have hooks in my shower specifically for yarn. So I did that, and I ended up actually putting it with my laundry to dry in front of I have like a little gas fireplace. It wasn't close to the fire or anything, but I think it just helps all of the extra moisture evaporate from in between the fibers, which is nice. So without further ado, here is the spin. And I think I actually managed to get a DK, which is so exciting. Actually, the lighting in here lets you see the brown and just how shiny it is. Like just like classic BFL fiber just gets so shiny. Yeah. Overall, here I'll unwind it so you can see as well. So overall, I think it's it's fairly even. Fairly even. I've got a couple little spots that are a bit thicker. My twist angle, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. My twist angle is a little bit tight, but that is actually due to the fact that I desperately need to buy some wood glue because my bobbins are God knows how old. I mean, they're secondhand. I bought the spinning wheel the end of last year. So like months, just a couple of months ago, I bought the spinning wheel, and it belonged to somebody's aunt, who had inherited after she passed away, unfortunately. But she took a class or two on it. It got a new drive band, and then she was like, well, I'm not using it. And she sold it to me, which am so thankful for because I love her so very much and I use her every day. But yeah, the bobbins, the glue just disintegrated. So it actually spins on the flyer. So the brake band doesn't do anything essentially for some of the bobbins. So the one that's broken. So I have one that's like on hold because I have fiber that I'm spinning on it currently that I just need to take off of it so I have another usable bobbin. Or I'll just buy wood glue and just glue everything like I'm supposed to. Right. Yeah. So I'm happy. happy. I definitely think I ended up doing a 35 spin. And I think in some areas, maybe it went up to almost a 30. So I want to keep it at a 35. And if it's going to be anything else, I'd rather it go a bit thinner than a bit thicker, just because of the nature of the sweater that I want to make. And yeah, I think knitted up though. I mean, the slight variation in some of this weight, I hope will not be super noticeable, but we'll see. I actually have a plan now that I have one 50-gram skein here. But to be fair, I'm gonna try to do another like 100 to 150 grams, maybe. I think I'll do another 100 grams, and then I'll get started on swatching, and um, I'll swatch and I'll maybe cast on for the beginning of the project, so that way you guys have some footage of not just me spinning every single day. Because as much as I hope you enjoy it, I'm not 100% sure if watching a vlog every 2 days of me doing the exact same thing is going to be interesting. So I'm hoping to do some recording of me doing some knitting as well for the sweater, and just kind of getting going, because I am so excited to get started. And I mean, even just putting it on, I kind of want to cast it on now. No, I can't. I can't. I have to make another two skeins just to make sure it's even. And if my next spin is the weight that I really like, then I will use that and spin a consistent spin with that weight, and then save this, since it's ever so slightly, ever so slightly thicker than I want. I'll save it for like maybe the hem of the bottom ribbing of the sweater, and maybe the ribbing of the cuffs, since a little bit of thickness on maybe the ribbing on the hem wouldn't really do anything crazy to the pattern, or take away from the body, because I do want the body to be quite uniform and gauge, or weight and gauge, I guess. I also mentioned in my last video, which a couple of you laughed about, which is funny, that my math was way, 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 way off. Um, Basically, the pattern that I was reading was giving, I mean, it's a basic pattern. I don't know on like where my brain was when I sat down to maybe even try to do a calculation. I don't even think I thought as hard about it as I maybe should have. But yeah, I think I'm going to need about 900 grams of the brown BFL in order to make a sweater quantity for the new Norma. I'm making a size small. So yeah. So it was a bit funny kind of looking back on the math that I did for the last sweater, because it just doesn't even make any sense. I don't know where I even got the numbers that I thought. I ordered 500 grams of the brown BFL, and I was like, yeah, that's enough. Genuinely, I watch people do sweater quantity spin to knits, and they're buying like a pound of yarn, and like 1 pound is 2.2 kilograms. So I needed at least a kilogram, like at least. Yeah. So what I did was I determined how much I need based off of this skein. So the DK-ish skein that I just made up was, oh, it wants to focus on my face. There we go. So this being a DK weight-ish, I did 54 to 55 wraps on my Niddy Noddy, which got me 81 meters. I need, I'll insert the amount here. I need a certain amount of meterage, and I did the math, and it gets me like, I think if I were to be smart, I would get a full kilogram of the brown BFL and spin up a full kilogram and not have to worry about running out of yarn. But I like to live life on the edge. So I think what I'm going to do is I ordered those extra 200 grams extra 200 grams that coming from this. So this is replacing my kind of chunky spin that I did in the last episode. And so I'll be able to spin that again. And then I also have that extra 100 grams. So in total, I'll have hopefully 600 grams of a DK weight that I can use to knit. And I'll just cast on and start knitting. And as I go through, if I need more, I'll spin more because I can just order it offline. And it's quite easy for me to get it. It just takes about 5 business days for it to arrive where I'm living in Scotland. So I just have to accommodate that. But other than that, I mean, I've got plenty to get started, and I have plenty of the pink and plenty of the raw white. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm really excited. I'm so excited. We're getting so close to this being an interesting vlog. I've never, and I mean, I'm sure I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I have never done this before. I've never done any of this before. I've never recorded myself. I've never vlogged. I've never spun yarn for a project for the purpose of doing a project. So this is all very new and very exciting. And I'm so excited to share this with you. I appreciate all of your input so, so much. So if any time you are watching these and you're thinking like, oh, I would do this differently, or you have advice for me, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, I think I'm going to conclude this video here. I am going to work a little bit on my Chantal sweater, which I've talked about in my podcast. And I am going to maybe do a little bit of spinning tonight. I am also going to sleep because tomorrow is my last day of uni lectures forever. It is very bittersweet. So we're all gonna wear onesies tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll share it on the next vlog, or maybe I'll share some more info about it somewhere on social media. But we all wear animal themed onesies and go to lecture and take a picture, and it's very sweet and sentimental. But this is, yeah, the next couple of weeks is going to be a bit crazy because it is the home stretch to the start of my professional year, which is basically like if you're in med school, our internship year when you're working in the hospital. So I'm so excited. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my vlog. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. And I'll see you in a couple days. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.